Alrighty, so this is going to be a reading for my Leos. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we're going to be looking at your love life for the next 48 hours, and this is an 18 plus reading, mainly because we are going to be using more of an explicit deck. So yeah, keep that in mind. If you're not 18 plus, this may not be the reading for you. I just want to throw that out there now. But this is going to go exactly how we usually do the readings. You can choose from card 1 or card 2. And this is going to represent the theme of your love life during this time frame. And it's going to have its own corresponding spread. Now, you can watch both spreads if you would like to see if there's messages in either one for you, since it is for the same zodiac sign. But this is a fun way to kind of test your own intuition. So take a minute. If you need to pause the video to pick a card, feel free to do so. Any links that you may be looking for will be below, so just feel free to check that out. And let's go ahead and get into the reading, Leos. So hopefully you chose one. The first card that we're going to get into is this one, and it's going to represent the theme of your love life. So for my people who chose this deck or this card, we have Brilliant Beliefs, and it says Luminous Life Force, Personal Power. Okay. So for my people who chose this card, when it comes to your beliefs of your love life, for my singles, let's start there. This is going to come into question, and you're going to start to realize how your own perception of your love life is exactly why it's where it's at. So if you have more of a, okay, I understand that I went through certain experiences in my love life and that those relationships didn't necessarily pan out to what I thought it was, but I'm not going to let that stop me from experiencing. If you have that mindset, you may be seeing more favorable results. For others of you, you could be letting the amount of disappointments that you've gone through almost create a belief system in which you're like unlucky when it comes to dating. And that's false. And that's a bad perception to have over yourself, because then you will almost manifest those same experiences into existence. So you really want to be careful of that. And for my people who are in a relationship, this is speaking to your personal power and taking your personal power back, especially if you find that you kind of lose yourself in relationships. For my singles, my people who are in a connection, your person's sexual desires for you, actions and their next, or not actions, advice and then their next set of actions. So first card representing your love life for my singles, we have the 8 of Pentacles. So for a lot of you, there's a super focus on working on yourself, whether this is working on your health, working on your mental health, physical health, etc., or focusing on your career and how you can get ahead, how you can, start a business up. That may be more so the focus here. Others of you, you could be wanting to work out a connection with someone who you were dating at one point or just dealing with casually. You could be really, really wanting to fix things there. And some of you are like pretty much obsessed with only just that connection. You may not even want to get into another relationship because you have intended plans to just be with one specific person in your mind. Clarifying that I do have the 9 of Wands. So yeah, some of you are going through it because your love life has been stressful up until this point. But yeah, some of you are really determined to make some sort of connection work. Now, when it comes to my people who are in a relationship or dealing with someone currently, I do have the Moon card. So you are possibly in a space of not really knowing what's going on with your person, or feeling as if you don't know what's next for the connection, if not necessarily your person. There could be a lot of questions or uncertainty, I would say, when it comes to where this connection is headed down the line. Things may just be very elusive between you two. You may not even necessarily know how this person feels at the moment, and that may be quite confusing, okay? You guys could be feeling like your person's kind of keeping secrets And you could be waiting for, of course, the details to unravel itself, but this is something you could be sensing. Now, when it comes to your person's sexual desires, we do have the Hermit card. So, this card is different. Give me a second to kind of take it in, and I'll let you guys see it too. So there's sexual desires for you. I think that they just want to be intimate with you. I don't think they necessarily have any crazy sexual desires at the moment. They just really want to get out of this space of not speaking. Like, some of you are not speaking to your person. They reminisce, because this seems like more so a flashback than watching a couple, do their thing. But it's more so them reminiscing on what it was like to be intimate with you and thinking about how things used to be. And it's more so them not wanting to be on a break anymore and just wanting to be intimate with you. Especially if there's a Virgo. Now, when it comes to what I see for the advice for you, I do have the Hierophant. Ooh. Okay, so there's a need for my people out there who aren't in a committed relationship, and you're kind of struggling with either opening yourself up to the experience of a committed relationship, or some of you just have a fear that you're going to get betrayed in the end. Listen, you guys need to make sure, like I said in the beginning, that you're not subscribing your past experiences to your way of thinking about love. Okay, all that does is keep you at a disadvantage, and also just puts you at a disadvantage in terms of not learning from your past experiences. Just chopping up your love life as bad luck doesn't take accountability for the things that you entertain, how long you entertain them for, and even mistakes that we make along the way that we should learn from so that we don't go through the same experiences. And for our people who are committed right now, you guys need to find ways to keep your relationship, your marriage interesting. Okay, I'm not saying have a threesome. Okay, I'm not saying that, but more so keeping your relationship interesting by making sure that you and your partner feel supported in the relationship, because then that opens room for cheating, which cheating is not okay, but cheating becomes a factor when both parties are not fulfilled or a party is not fulfilled. And more so sometimes opportunity, but we're really speaking in terms of this situation. You guys need to better support your relationship, okay? Yeah. And some of you, you've been kind of disconnected from this relationship for a minute. It's time for you to go about your business and go find someone who you do feel connected to. Now, the last card, this is going to represent their next set of actions towards you. We do have the Eight of Wands. So if you're not speaking to this person right now, they're going to be reaching out to you. This person may be taking advances to try to get back on your good side. So this could be taking you to travel somewhere, or you guys are going to be going out to eat and doing things and going out of the house. So this person's really going to be trying to woo you or bring you back in a sense. Okay. And I do sense a lot of sexual chemistry. So this is going to be some interesting breakup to makeup sex, okay? Alrighty, so let's go ahead and look at the next set of cards. So anybody who chose card 2, this is going to be the theme of your love life. And we have Go with the Flow, and it says letting go, cleansing, and receiving. Sorry, guys. So anybody who chose this deck, for my singles, this is the energy of you needing to go with the flow at this time frame. Nothing is going to come to you if you try to force outcomes, if you try to force situations into your life. Just because you wake up one day and you're like, I'm lonely, I want a relationship. It doesn't work like that, okay? Things come your way when they're destined to, and when you're in a space to receive it. And a lot of you are learning at this moment that yes, you may want love, but are you actually open to receiving it when it comes your way? And when I say that, you could be wanting it all your life, but somebody could come around and then they could be presenting you the opportunity to, be with them and they want to be with you, but you won't recognize the value in what the person's presenting to you if you're not in a space to receive. Okay. And even with my people who are in a relationship, some of you are trying to force someone to communicate or to act differently. And the sad truth is that's not going to ever happen. You can't force someone to cooperate or be on the same page because they're their own person. So at this moment, you guys are being taught the lesson that you can only control your actions and your responses to things, not necessarily how other people act with you, how other people, decide to move and not move with you. My singles, my people in a connection, your person's sexual desires for you, advice, and the next set of actions that they're going to bring your way. So with this energy, starting off, we do have the Two of Wands representing my singles. So this is you guys being in a space to where you're having to decide, am I going to stay single? Am I going to get in a relationship? Am I going to stay single and wait for someone new to come in? Or am I going to go run back to my ex and try to rekindle things there? There are some decisions in terms of what path you see for yourself that you guys are going to have to make here. And it's more so tailored to you and what you're going through. So I'm not going to go more in depth with that. When it comes to my people who are in a relationship, you guys have the energy of the Justice card. And this has a lot to do with karmic experiences that are taking place. So you guys may have some karmic situations coming up. And when I say karmic, this is events that are taking place in order to balance the scales within the relationship or just to balance the scales in general. Some of you could even be in a karmic relationship, and you'll know if you're in a karmic relationship if there's always a lesson there's always a lesson kind of tied to the interactions or dealings with someone. Or it's like a push and pull thing going on. Another thing I see, like I said, there's just events that are taking place to balance the score, to balance the energy. You guys, some of you guys could be even dealing with the Libra specifically. But when it comes to what I see for the energy surrounding their sexual desires for you, we do have the Three of Chalices. So, I think that this person really wants to please you, and they want to do it in a way where like they're really touching certain spots that they know that you have. So this person knows exactly what to do, especially if you guys have been dealing with each other for a while. They know exactly what to do to get you to where you need to be, if you know what I mean, okay? So this person's more so focused on how they can please you, how they can basically put you in a state of bliss, okay? In a PG-13 way of saying it. Now, when it comes to what I see here for the advice for you, we do have the Five of Pentacles. So there's a need for you guys to leave all the extra parties or the extra antics out of the relationship. Sometimes this relationship becomes very drama filled, and it may be, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, sometimes you guys may be having a response that's overboard, or this person has a response that's overboard. Somebody in this connection takes things too far and makes things too dramatic, and it makes things worse for the connection. And that's something that could be left out. Also for my singles, you guys need to stop, again, subscribing to this lack vibration or this lack mindset or this I'm left out in the cold, nobody wants me perspective, because that's not true. And for my people who are in a relationship, you guys need to look at what your relationship's lacking, that your relationship either had in the beginning or just never had in general. Now, the last card is going to represent the next set of actions your person is going to take towards you. So we have the Queen of Swords. So this is them trying to clear the air with you, try to have a conversation with you. If you guys do have a moment where you guys briefly stop talking, you guys will get in contact fairly quickly, so it won't be a long break. But this is this person trying to clear the air with you, trying to smooth over any type of issues you guys may have. They also may be picking your brain and seeing what you see for this relationship. So interesting, especially if you're dealing with the air sign. Yeah, we have the King and Queen of Swords. So this is what I see. I hope I put things in perspective for you. If you did enjoy, feel free to thumbs this video up and subscribe. Any information you may be looking for will be below, so just check there, and I will see you in the next one.